A portrait of Jim, like a verbal portrait of Jim.
Yeah, verbal.
Oh man, let's see. That's a tough one. Depends on what I guess after the fact. I don't know how to start this one.
Okay, we can make an assumption.
Yeah, let me come back to that one. He's a good entertainer. He's a combination of Tom Jones and Attila the Hun.
He always seemed like this acid Elvis, this redhead Elvis.
He has a very strong work ethic, and if he's not working, he gets very down on himself. He thinks that he's being lazy, and so he has to keep beating himself up. And
the difference between that's him trying to break out of the closet. The difference between Jim Thirlwell the person and Jim Thirlwell the creator is extreme. There's a vast difference. If you assumed he was much like his music sounds, you would be completely wrong.
They're very strong as well. It's almost anti-religious and trying to shock with the word fetus, scraping the fetus off the wheel and so on. Is the image in danger of being bigger than the music?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, there is no image. It's just the music. The music is pure. I mean, I try not to filth it up by splashing my face on covers and stuff.
It's also been, well, I think maybe perhaps a little anti-feminine as well. I mean, anti-feminist again, is that purposely, or you just haven't noticed?
Basically, Muriel, a woman's place is on my face.
Break
Well, I read this thing with Yoko Ono recently, and they asked her influences, and she said, me, you know, and that's true, you know. I mean, I am a big influence on me, but it's what I pour into me that comes out the other end, and I pour a lot of stuff into me. You know, I'm very thirsty I'm a big sponge. One of the motivations in starting Steroid Maximus, or recording as Steroid Maximus, was, you know, the Foetus albums were becoming almost like 50% instrumental, but I felt that the way that they were being perceived was it was always married to this perception of what I was putting across lyrically, and this sort of like thing of violence and confrontation and stuff like that. And I felt like that as a result of that, just the association, it didn't seem like people were listening to the fact that there were all these other moods that were going on. There were these, you know, long sections that take you away from that and off into other journeys and other plateaus, and I wanted to present my music in such a way, just purely, you know, non-verbal music. Working on a body of material, which then evolved into Flow, the Foetus album Flow, and also into the Steroid Maximus album Ectopia, and some of the songs were, you know, there was just pieces of music that were evolving, and some of them had vocals on them, some didn't, and I didn't really realize that I was writing a Steroid Maximus album, but this body of, this group of songs started to emerge, and then I started to think about where I wanted to take it, and a lot of that was sort of mirrored by, you know, I'd started to DJ, and as a result of the, you know, what I was doing with DJing was playing a lot of the music that I liked to listen to at home, which still is, I mean, a lot of soundtrack music, kind of crime spy, suspense type music, and you know, funky soundtracks too, and that type of thing. And I think that kind of came back and informed what I wanted to do with Steroid Maximus, not necessarily consciously, but those sort of moods, I think they've always infected Foetus anyway, and I just sort of like took it a bit further with Steroid Maximus.
Et quand je suis arrivé dans ce projet, j'avais aucune idée de la musique, à part que j'ai vu sur un programme qu'on était dans quelque chose qui était de l'ordre des soundtracks ou de la musique de film. Je connaissais pas Jim, enfin je connaissais mal son travail, je connaissais Steven. Je connaissais un truc de Steven, c'est son rapport à... Steven, il a souvent fait ça, il a souvent travaillé à transcrire le travail de quelqu'un qui, par exemple, qui écrit pas la musique ou qui travaille pas de façon conventionnelle.
That's when I started working with Steve, putting the charts together, and we dissected the album and rearranged it for the 18-piece ensemble. And Steve's got a really good ear for someone like myself to work with.
Il se trouve que Jim, lui dans sa situation, c'est-à-dire avec les outils qu'il a, les cuillères et les fourchettes qu'il a dans sa cuisine, il peut pas, c'est pas quelqu'un qui improvise. Bon, c'est pas quelqu'un qui joue d'un instrument, c'est pas quelqu'un qui a un rapport instrumental, c'est quelqu'un qui fait ça directement sur son ordinateur, et tout d'un coup, il décide de passer à une version orchestrale, donc il est forcé de passer par l'écriture, par une pièce composée. Ce qui ne veut pas dire qu'à l'intérieur des compositions qu'on joue là, il n'y a pas un rapport au temps très particulier. C'est justement, s'il y a une différence sur le répertoire, enfin sur la musique qu'on joue, elle est là. Il y a tout d'un coup une espèce de, il y a une drôle de construction. qui a l'air très très classique et qui ne l'est pas en fait.